Hey there, it's Mike from The Beaten Trail. We are going to do a video on trail etiquette and just a real quick set of tips that will allow you to be a better rider and to respect your fellow riders out there. It doesn't matter whether you are riding alone, riding with a group, riding with a large pack. Try to have some trail etiquette and it makes it better for everybody. So let's get into the list.
Make sure that you have some kind of communications between you and your riders, either radio or everybody knows to flash their lights if there's an issue. Have the experienced person in the front. You can put beginners in the middle, but make sure somebody in the back knows what they're doing. Right, Rich?
Absolutely.
Also, what's really important, as you've seen us many times, hand signals are important. This does not mean A-OK. It does. But you should have how many people behind you? One person behind you, two person behind you, and a fist for the last person.
The Beaten Trail is sponsored by Ride Royal Blue ATV Resort in Pioneer, Tennessee, where all of your Tennessee adventures begin. Lodging for any budget, bring your RV, or stay in a cabin. Trails are attached to the resort and not a far drive on ATV legal pavement, so stop down at Ride Royal Blue in Tennessee. And the Potter County ATV UTV Club. And Pine Grove Yamaha, sales and service for Yamaha and so much more.
All right, it goes without saying, some other trail etiquette is you want to make sure you keep a good distance between you and the person in front of you. Doesn't matter if you're going up a hill or down a hill, and it doesn't matter what you're driving. Give the person in front of you enough room to maybe roll back, make a turn, and enough for you to not get hit or bump into them with braking. So that's always really important.
Another tip on trail etiquette is make sure you have the right gear when you show up. Obviously, a helmet is important, gloves, proper wear, rain gear. Make sure you're prepared to be on the trail. Nothing like making everybody wait because you didn't bring your helmet or you have to borrow a rain jacket from somebody. That's really important. Be prepared with your own gear.
If you're traveling with a large group or it's dusty or rainy or nighttime, good trail etiquette is stopping at intersections just to make sure people are behind you. And it can be flash the lights or radio or whatnot, but you want to make sure everybody knows which way you went, whether you have tracking or ride command or anything like that. So just good trail etiquette.
Another important trail etiquette is to make sure that you either have a spare tire or you have a patch kit, a sidewall slug, air compressor. Make sure that you bring enough to take care of anything that may come out there. You carry a spare axle, you carry just extra tools just to take care of some basic stuff. That is good trail etiquette.
Really, on most trails, you want it to be carry in, carry out. Bring trash with you, bring the trash back out. It doesn't matter if you're here somewhere like AOAA or you're going to be on a state trail, you know, maybe Micho State Forest, Whiskey Springs, even if you go out to Moab or Utah, it's carry in, carry out. All right. Another item is you want to follow all the rules and stay on designated trails. In most cases, at least in the state of Pennsylvania, you will be told stay on the trail and then there will be an open area, and that open area will be for you to have free roam and have fun. Bloody Skillet has it, Whiskey Springs has it. You'll notice a couple different areas, but it's done there to protect the environment, the wildlife, and the trail and your access, so make sure you stay on the trail.
Another good piece of trail etiquette is to ride with your lights on. You don't have to have all your light bars, just put your basic lights on, because sometimes you'll get into the woods and maybe it's good to see that person behind you. And that way you can see them, they can see you, and you know at a turn, as we mentioned, wait for people in the intersections. That's just good trail etiquette, and it's safe.
And if you're on trails, the big one is if you're on trails with non-motorized vehicles, remember the right of way. Okay, so we are motorized vehicles. If you're on the trail with horses or people or bicycles, they have the right of way. Pull over to the side, maybe a horse may be freaked out, pull over, turn your engine off, take your helmet off. I always heard someone say that helmets are not liked by horses. So maybe take your helmet off and wave at the horse, I don't know, say hi. But that's another tip for trail etiquette, and we hope this helps you when you get out on the trails.
If you are going to stop as a group or as alone, pull over to the side of the trail. Make sure that people can get past you. Don't leave your doors open. Don't stand out in the trail. Just allow people to come through. So many times we see groups of people and they just park all over the place. And that is not good. There will be times there's an emergency and there's a vehicle broke down right there and it can't be moved. But if you do have a breakdown, move the vehicle over to the side within reason. You know, if you have a tie rod or a ball joint or a tire that's just gone totally crazy and you can't move it, by all means, have somebody watch out if you're going to be working on the trails. Follow the signs. Can be trespassing, it could be low noise, it could be a pedestrian crossing, it can be children at play area. Just try to follow the trail signs. That allows us to continue to have access to these trails and we don't lose access to them. All it takes is somebody going through somebody's property and then authorities get involved and, well, you should stay off the private property. But that's what we try to do when it comes to trail etiquette. Follow signs and obey the laws and the signs.
Have the experienced person lead. Want to have some beginners in the middle. You know, have someone in the back that's going to be able to watch for everybody. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. We've gone over a lot of different aspects of intersections and have radios and keep your lights on and keep an eye out for people, but that's probably one of the main things. Probably the last thing would be to don't tear up the trails. You know, I mean, we're all out there and spinning wheels and everything, but try not to tear them up too much. You know, for example, we went out to Moab. Glamis, it's all sand. There's not much you can do out there to really tear it up, but they want to keep out of the shrubbery and the grass and all that stuff. You want to make sure that you're not tearing the place up. But when you're here at, you know, a riding park, the trails are marked, so stay on the trails unless they say open area. So that would be the last thing that I would say about trail etiquette. So hopefully these help you. If they do, please put a note in the feedback in the comments and let us know.
I hope you enjoy these trail etiquette tips. We follow them when we go out, and I'm sure you're going to have more tips for us. But no matter where you ride, being a good rider out on the trails, taking care of yourself and the trails and the people that you ride with is important. It'll allow us to continue to be able to ride these trails, whether it be a wooded trail or a state-run trail, DCNR, or on a DOT road where we have access. Try to be proper and do the right thing, and we won't lose our rights to ride on these trails, and it also makes it easier for other riders. We hope that you enjoyed them, and we'll see you out there on the trail.
Thank you to our sponsor, Ride Royal Blue, as well as the Potter County ATV UTV Club and Lit Industries for the brightest rock lights and accessories you can find. Visit Pine Grove Yamaha for sales and service of Yamaha and all other rides. We appreciate all our partners. Thank you very much for being along for the ride. Visit our stores for hats and shirts and so much more. We appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you out there on the trail. Thanks. Yeah, it was blah blah blah. All right, good. I'm getting them all done. Always use your campfire cravings out on the trail. They're great for the trail, and we like Mud Madness, so have some from Campfire Cravings. In the middle, but make sure somebody in the back knows what they're doing. Right, Reg?
Absolutely.
So
yeah,
that's
keep those in the back.
Hey, you gotta have some bloopers.
You have to edit it.
You gotta have some bloopers.